These documents are from the folder that I collected over the years, over the course of almost 5 years with this teacher. In the upper elementary, mostly the complaints had to do with the way this teacher treated students, yelling, even her colleagues came to me concerned about what she was doing. So here is an example of how you document, and the important thing to listen for is that I am stating facts. I'm not making judgments, I'm stating facts. In this case, it is a factual recording of the complaints that a parent had. They're concerned, this mother is concerned about Mary. One, she's concerned about the type of discipline strategies that she uses. She sometimes slaps the ruler on the desk and uses a really loud whistle. Two, the parent feels that the teacher is insensitive in the way she talks to the children. For example, she called the daughter a little squirt. This parent felt that the teacher was sexist, that she was emotionally insensitive and cruel. With regard to the classroom program, she felt that she didn't do enough writer's workshop, that it was mostly journaling. In math, she felt that her daughter was not challenged. In reading, she felt there was a lack of phonics and word attack skills. She, meaning the parent, felt the teacher had too many opportunities for children to just color and paste during classroom time. And the math worksheets were too simple for her daughter. So I, as I said, made all these notes, and I asked the teacher to come into the office, and we talked about all of them. And then I recorded her response. In the conference, the teacher said that she knew that the math was a little too easy, and therefore she gave homework to this child, but not to any other children in the class. She said that she will try to use the raised hand signal when she is trying to get children's attention, and that they have published in the class 3 different Writer's Workshop published pieces, and that she will be more aware not to use sexist terminology. The next big thing that I want to share with you, and there are many, many notes in between here, the next big thing is that the teacher wanted to stop the services of a teacher aide in the classroom. She said that I don't need the aide anymore, and she didn't ask the administration. She simply told the aide, I don't need your services anymore. So that caused a lot of heartache for the aide. She was very, very disappointed about it. When the assistant principal told her that she could not arbitrarily stop the aide from coming into her room, then I brought her, Mary, in for a conference, and I told her that she didn't follow the directive of the assistant principal. On her own, she told the aide not to come back to the room, and that was insubordinate, and that she should never have done that without getting permission. And I asked her why she didn't want the services of the aide. And she said, well, the time that she comes into the classroom is not convenient. So I told her, and I have this documented, that starting on Monday, the time that the aide comes to her classroom will be changed. And the teacher said, fine. Now what I really think was happening is that there had been so many complaints, she didn't want to see anyone to be in the room while she was teaching. But because the change was made about the time, and that's the reason she gave for the request, there was someone in the room. The other thing that was the biggest problem that I mentioned in the introduction was that there were many, many complaints about the teacher yelling at children. So again, I had a conference with her, and I will read this to you. We discussed yelling as a concern. Mary said the following about the class. They're nasty. I told her that, I heard you in the hall while you were yelling, and people near the office, which was at the other side of the school, could hear you too. parents could hear you. So she said, well, I saw you in the hall, but I had to keep yelling. I informed her, and I have written here, that yelling does not work and is inappropriate. I also told her that I've had complaints from others who heard her yelling. She said she'd work on another way to control children's misbehavior. I told her that I would make a note of this incident and go back to it if it happens again. I also discussed that this is on another day, several colleagues from around the school came to me so disturbed with the yelling from this class. And I brought the teacher in and I told her about it, and she said, quote, "This class is very bad." I asked her if she was upset, and she said, "Yes, my doctor thinks I should be on tranquilizers, but I don't want to be sleepy in school." I told Mary that I'm trying to understand and trying to help her. She said, well, I think these people who are complaining about me are jealous of me. And I had to let her know, I did not have to let her know, by the way, the names of the people who complained, just the number of complaints and what the complaints were. And I reminded her that if she needs help, don't resort to yelling, just call the office. This, again, is all documented with her signature. Now, the last thing during that year, I won't read this, but I'll tell you, very clearly documented that this teacher allowed students to go into line for a fire drill and actually go outside without her help. In addition, on Halloween, she let the children march outside without their shoes on. We had conferences about all of this, and it's all documented with her signature. So you see the pattern of problems in this upper elementary level. The next video, I will give you a few of the documents that indicate what happened and how I helped her in her new grade level.